Sir, thank you so much for making time to attend to this session. As you're aware, we have just completed our annual general meeting, and we have also, whereby we adopted the financial statements, and also the board also endorsed that we pay the 50% net profit after tax that FPCL has achieved from its financial position for the financial year 2012. Just a brief highlight on the 2012 achievements. FPCL consolidated as a group, which includes Fiji Ports, Fiji Ships, as well as Ports Terminal Limited, achieved its net profit after tax for the financial year ending 2012, had 7.31 million. And out of that, this morning we will be presenting the 50% dividend to government in compliance to the dividend policy of government, a cheque of 3.65 million. We also wish to acknowledge at this point in time the support and the guidance that we have been receiving from government through the shareholding ministries and also from your office.
I'd like to thank you and the board, and of course your management, executive management, and the rest of the staff for this improvement in the revenue generation. Of course, some of it has been driven by the management discipline that has been put in place, and which we understand will improve even further. That will, for example, remove some of the unnecessary overhead costs. And also on top of that, I think we will also see a better turnaround and volume coming through the port in Suva and Lautoka. In particular now with this private sector participation in the operations of the port itself. And there's no doubt, I mean, to state the obvious, the port plays a critical role in positioning Fiji as the hub of the South Pacific. We also recognize the fact that there's also some improvements that will also be carried out with the airport linkages that we have. And I think, for many years, many governments have spoken about, how Fiji is the hub and we are in the hub and let's take advantage of it. But there has been no real concrete action taken in that respect. And I think the JV with Aitken Spence is in fact a concrete and practical manner in which we are able to position Fiji, and also to make this particular state-owned enterprise a viable enterprise. We believe that by having a very strong balance sheet, by having a good management team, by having a good board in place, will also make it a attractive proposition for further private sector participation. And I think this is perhaps one of the state-owned enterprises that is leading the way compared to some of the other ones in respect of the joint ventures with private sector, but also in terms of getting back some of the discipline that is required into the running of state-owned enterprises. So I'd like to congratulate you and the board. We look forward to better results, of course, and we thank you for the results for this year. There obviously needs to be a lot more investment made to modernize the facilities, etc. Now that you have the operational side with a proven management company, there is perhaps now the opportunity to, at least in the next 2 to 3 years, looking at some of the infrastructure and perhaps the repositioning of some of the infrastructure to perhaps make the Suva port a lot more conducive to its customers. And of course not forgetting Lautoka itself. As you know, the MX resources project is at the fore. There'll be quite a bit of development there, and I think again that'll position the port area in the spotlight.